Alright, so now we're going to go on to coding our app. What you're going to want to do is you're going to want to go to you're going to click on the screen that you've already set up. We're going to need to change the names of the sprites. We're going to name this, go down, rename, rename this man. Alright, the others, we're going to rename rock 1. Rename rock 2. Rename, and so forth till we get to rock 4. Alright, so what we're going to try to get the game to do, we're going to try and make it so you put your finger on the figure and you move him side to side to change where he goes. And your goal is to avoid the rocks, which should move at various speeds. That's why we changed the speed to be different on each one. And when the rocks hit the bottom, they reset up here and begin the process all over again. So here's a little example of what we're going to kind of do for the code. So what we're going to do is we're going to, first we're going to get rid of all this. Put it in the backpack. And to delete it. Alright, so we're going to, once we're done with this, we're going to begin coding. We're going to start with the figure you play as. What we're going to have to do is we're going to have to figure out a way to make it so that he moves side to side but not up and down. So what we do for that is we go over to man, click on him, and we're going to click one man dragged. We're going to click again, go down, we're going to click move to, and we're going to want him to move to the current X, as in the X that you move him to. And then we're going to want him to stay at start Y. This will make it so he'll move side to side, but he can't move up and down. And that's very important for the way the game's going to function. We can move this up here. And we're going to click here. If you click on, you right click on your mouse while you click on the main part of the block coding, you can click collapse block. This kind of makes it a little easy to use with things so it doesn't get in the way. You can expand it again to bring it back to the normal. What we're going to do now is the next process of coding will actually be pretty easy, because the way this works is once you do it once, you can just duplicate it for the rest and change the names. We're going to go to screen, up, when screen initialize, do. We're going to down, call rock 1 to move to, going to go to math so we can get numbers. We're going to get a 0. We're going to set Y to 350. In app environment, the higher numbers are at the bottom of the screen, the lower numbers are at the top. We want this to go all the way to the edge, so we're going to set it to 350. Then we're going to get rock 1's current X. So we go here, we go down, rock 1X. This will make it so the rock does not move side to side. So that's the way that block works. And then we're going to duplicate this, change it to rock 2, rock 2. We're going to duplicate again, change it to rock 3, 3, duplicate it once more, change it to rock 4, rock 4. Alright, so now we have it to where when it initializes, that's what it will do. So now what we're going to do is we're going to move to the next part of coding these, which is we're going to go one rock line edge reached. We're going to move rock line, or duplicate. We're going to call rock line move to, we're going to change y to 0. This will respawn him at the very top of the screen. And duplicate, 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 change to rock 2. Basically change all the names again. Saves us a lot of time on the coding. It's a lot faster than putting in each individual block a second time. Alright, so now we have what it does when the screen initializes and what it does when it hits the bottom. Now what we need to do is we need to set up a if-then equation. So what we're going to do is if, we need to get rock 1, if rock 1 y, we need to get a math equation. We're going to go up, equals, what we're trying to do is we're going to get it to where if the rock's y value equals 0, then it'll move it, it'll start on the process of moving down again. Rock 1y equals 0. Then call rock 1. We're going to duplicate this piece of code and just toss that in right there. So now we're done with this piece, so we can collapse it, move it up next to the coding for your figure. So now what you do is duplicate this whole process, duplicate, change the names. You have to make sure you change the name on each piece here, because if you miss it on one, then you end up with the problem of having to basically recode it to fix it. Because if one little piece is wrong, then the whole app, basically the whole app just doesn't work, or at least all the parts including that piece. It's very important that you make sure you change all the names when duplicating. We just need to input this code right there. Check to make sure it all looks okay. And then we can collapse this. Now it's time to revisit our coding for the figure. We're going to go to man, one man collided with, do. We're going to go to control. What we're going to do is we're going to click open up another screen, and what I've done here is I clicked here to add a screen, and so I have a second screen set up. For this screen, it's very simple. What it is it's you put a button right here, you drag it onto the screen, you set height to fill parent, you set width to fill parent. I set the background color to red, and I set the text color to white. I also set it so the font is in bold so you can see it easier. And I changed the text right here to game over, click to restart. And what this button does is as soon as you click it, activates this piece of code, which basically reopens screen 1. So it acts as kind of like an end game screen. So now what we need to do is we need to go to text, go up, put this here. Now we simply type screen 2. And what this will do is when the man is hit by one of the other sprites, it'll open the second screen. And then you click to basically restart the game. Alright, so that's how the game works. That's how you make it. It's not very difficult. It's pretty simple. So, yeah. That's a wrap.